Hi guys, welcome back to Daniel's project. It's Tuesday again and that means another week of practice, at least for the moment. Thanks for the comments under the last video, appreciate it, and hopefully I can find some time in the next weeks to make some videos on recovery and also on my acrobatics journey. I think this can be very interesting for you guys. And yeah, without further ado, let's start and hop into the video. So let's start with the topic of lower body mobility. So in my training phase I'm working on my pancake mobility again. I think it got a bit worse compared to my form a couple of weeks ago. This is due to the fact that my right hamstring is very tight again, and I mean it has a very big influence on my active range of motion in the pancake. Nevertheless, I want to soften this up over the next few weeks. Hopefully it will get better, because the pancake is a very important element towards the shoulder press, and I'm working my straight arm strength sessions towards the shoulder press. You can see it later on in the video. And yeah, this is set 3 of the pancake work, so I'm already warmed up, and my first and my second set are not looking as good as this one. However, my goal is to bring my belly flat to the ground, maybe in a couple of months, maybe until the end of this year. This would be very awesome. These leg circles are something I've been working on with Will in the last week and also in the week before. So the goal is to keep the leg as high as possible without losing balance. And this activates every single muscle group around the hip and super strenuous and exhausting, I would say. I was doing 4 circles per side in the first set, then 3 circles, then 2 circles, and then 1 circle. I think this is set 2. So yeah, back to climbing. So on Tuesday, this was my 3rd session. Will, his roommate Wes, and me, we went to Boulder Brighton. And this was my first time climbing in a cave or climbing overhead. Although I was using a lot of strength here, the goal was to make more use of my feet. You can see it here. I was trying to grip this one with my right foot. And I slipped a couple of times, but I catch it here, I slipped. But still I catch the holds on top of the green volume. And then I just pulled myself up there. And hopefully I can improve my technique over the upcoming weeks and make my climbing style more efficient and climbing more with looseness and in a relaxed way, I would say. On Wednesday I went to the park for some planes work on acrobatics. Right now I'm working on the standing coin. I want to go into the standing coin from motion, so not from a standing position. This is my left side. It's a bit better than the right side. Hopefully, yeah, that's the right side. Not looking as good as the left one. And I'm also trying to add a couple of pivots or circular motion to my standing coin after I finished it. So I just put together a couple of good and bad tries into this video, so that's not a good one. Yeah, this is slightly better on the right side, and also have this pivoting motion in the end. Not so good, I would say. Maybe this one? Nope. At least I'm pivoting a bit. And yeah, I'm also working on the roulé to a QDR and back. This side is also not as good as the other side, because I broke my wrist a couple of years ago during a football match and it feels a bit unstable compared to the right one. So here I'm leaning onto my right wrist, and this feels way more stable than placing a load on top of my left wrist. And finally, after I think nearly 3 weeks or 2.5, I was working again on a straight arm scapular strength session. So right now I'm working towards the shoulder press, as I mentioned it earlier in this video. And here you can see me doing a pike press. to a staller press eccentric with 8 seconds of eccentric motion. That's the goal for each rep. Between sets I'm resting 150 seconds. This is set number 3, I think. So yeah, a practice should be realistic. This is a fail, so at least I pushed myself out, but then I fell over because I wasn't bringing my shoulders back, so my upper body was straight. That's why I fell out of the handstand. And I think that's rep number 14. I did 15 in total. It was a good session. I was very happy with the outcome. And as you can see, I lost even strength and stamina. It was very hard to aim for 8-second eccentric. After the pike presses, it felt like I haven't had any power left in my body, but still I managed to do 3 sets of lateral planche slides. I did 3 reps per side here, and this was the first set and also the best one. So I was supersetting the lateral planche slides with single arm toes to bar. In retrospect, I should have done assisted single arm toes to bar because these were way too hard for me in this session. My shoulder was not in depression because it felt a bit rusty from all the climbing work. At least these small girls were observing my form. This was quite funny and quite enjoyable. Yeah, and then I just put in 2 cool snippets from my smartphone library in it. So this was a nice stride with a nice stick onto a wall. Okay. And this was my first try doing a handstand on parallel bars. It was super scary.
Block the shoulders.
Okay guys, that's already it for the last week's practice. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And yeah, hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.